A Louisville man accused of kidnapping and sexually assaulting 3 young teens faced a judge this morning. According to court documents, Brian Sowers accused of kidnapping these 3 kids he knew were missing in Jefferson County. Documents say he picked them up on the side of the road, drove them to a park where he gave them marijuana, and then sexually assaulted one of them. Police said he later took them to a hotel in southern Indiana where the assaults continued. Sowers is charged now with kidnapping, rape, and sexual abuse. A judge set his bond at $1 million this morning, full cash, ordering him to stay off social media completely. He'll be back in court on June 1st. A Western High School wrestling coach and social studies teacher facing a 4th-degree assault charge today after being accused of choking a student. Police reports say Damian Smith grabbed a 16-year-old and slammed him onto a table before getting on top of him. A witness was able to pull off that student who complained of pain to his side. Smith was arrested Tuesday and appeared in court just this morning as well. He is being held on $5,000 bond. We'll be speaking with that student later today. Well, the man accused of killing Scott County Sheriff's Deputy Caleb Conley during a traffic stop will face a judge at 1 o'clock. 45-year-old Stephen Sheng is charged with murder of a police officer along with assault and robbery charges across multiple counties. Police said after the shooting of the deputy off of I-75 near Georgetown, Sheng drove into a neighborhood, stole a homeowner's van at gunpoint, and then later at a Lexington bar shot someone and took their car. He was later arrested at a home in Lexington and is expected again today in the next hour. And in Georgetown, hundreds of cars and local residents lined the streets to honor our fallen deputy. The procession followed his body from the hospital to the Ware Funeral Home in his hometown of Cynthiana, about 30 miles away. Deputy Conley was just 35 years old, a husband and a father to 2 young kids. Grace McKenna shows us how the community is showing support for the deputy and his family.
Devoted Scott County, Kentucky Sheriff's Deputy Caleb Conley lost in the line of duty Monday evening.
That one traffic stop can be the last, and we don't want to see this ever happen again.
Conley was shot and killed during a traffic stop on I-75. The suspect now in custody.
In honor of the family of Officer Conley, this is just a tragedy. Should have never happened.
Tuesday, police cars and community members lined the roads Conley protected to bring him home.
He had tried forever to be a police officer. It was his dream.
Conley had been honored and awarded during his 4-year tenure in Scott County. Lieutenant Tuan Creer says Harrison County felt his commitment too.
When he became a police officer, his whole goal in life was to make it better for the children in the future.
Conley leaves behind a wife and children on the minds of those who watched the procession with their own kids.
Pay respects to his family, to let them know that we are thankful for the sacrifice that they've made and the sacrifice that the Sheriff's Office made.
Tuesday, the Scott County Sheriff's Office released this GoFundMe, a way to help Conley's family. Organizers write Caleb was known throughout central Kentucky for his professionalism and being a devoted family man. They add on the day before his death, he posted on social media, "Don't fear dying, fear not living."
We're going to miss him, and we love him. He's he's going to walk in heaven for sure.
Grace McKenna, WHAS 11 on your side.
We do have a link to Deputy Conley's GoFundMe on WHAS11.com. So far, it's raised more than $53,000 in the last day. Students, teachers, and community members are challenging the JCPS Board of Education over the new Kentucky law on transgender students. They rallied late Tuesday outside of the Van Hoos Education Center, asking the district to push back. Our Taylor Woods was there.
More than 100 students, parents, teachers, and community activists rallied outside the Van Hoos Education Center, demanding the JCPS School Board to pass a resolution affirming transhuman rights that does not comply with Senate Bill 150.
What do you want? When are you gonna get them?
Teachers, parents, students, activists standing loud, sending a message outside the Van Hoos Education Center with their signs.
Me and pretty much everybody out here is in solidarity with them to let trans kids know that we have their back.
Former State Representative Attica Scott describing Senate Bill 150 this way.
Senate Bill 150 is not justice, it is oppressive, it is bullying, and we will not allow Jefferson County to be bullied by Frankfort and legislators in Frankfort.
The board meeting was on other issues, but Superintendent Marty Polio showed his frustration over how to implement the new law.
There will be future guidance coming out. We're looking at KSBA to possibly get some guidance as well. So we've been given very little guidance.
Some teachers in the crowd say they are there to support their students.
My trans students add to the culture of my classroom every day, to the culture of inclusivity and belonging. And I'm just so happy they're there, and I don't want them to think that they're not welcome.
Justice Chenault, a JCPS third grader, shared their experience as non-binary.
So my teacher can spread it throughout the school, so everyone will know that my pronouns are they, them. To call me by they, them.
Inside the Van Hoos Education Center, parents and teachers took the mic at the podium, sharing personal experiences with trans students and children.
These are his words. I'm a trans male. I'm only 13, but I know who I am. And I know how bad my future will be.
Instead of affirming and empowering children, teachers would be at best silenced and at worst given a protected right to harm children. We can't accept that.
Polio says JCPS is in a tough spot.
So obviously we have to make sure we protect our students, but our job and role is to make sure we have policy and procedures that protect all of our employees as well. And so it's a difficult road to navigate, to be honest with you.
The JCPS goal is to have something in place by the fall. Taylor Woods, WHAS11 on your side.
The Kentucky Department of Education released its guidance on how to implement the legislation passed last month. The department said districts should be prepared to provide comprehensive notice of the health and mental health services available to students. KDE added it can no longer provide guidance related to requested pronouns, but reminds districts to remain aware of Title IX regulations. We do have a deeper dive into this legislation and what it means for you, including its ban on gender-affirming medical care for trans youths, on our website, WHAS11.com. The Community Foundation of Louisville is preparing to distribute hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations to the survivors of the Old National Bank mass shooting. The foundation collected that money with help from the National Compassion Fund, and as part of the process, just last night, people gathered at the main library and online to discuss the guidelines for who qualifies for this fund. Jeff Dion with the National Compassion Fund says as of right now, the Old National account has more than $820,000 in it, $600,000 of which came from Old National Bank itself.
I've always said that the word victim means that for some moment in time, someone else was in control. And the recovery from that victimization for so many people is about being able to regain some type of control. And so when we give people this gift, just pass it along from the donors, those victims are in control. They get to decide what they want to do with that money and how it's going to help them.
A meeting focused on the Chickasaw Park Fund held just Monday night. The Community Foundation plans to release its finalized protocols for both of these shooting funds later this week. Well, pizza ovens were busy at Beer Nose locations across Louisville and southern Indiana. The local restaurant chain hosted a fundraiser for LMPD officer Nick Wilt and his family. You may know Officer Wilt was shot in the head while responding to the gunman at Old National Bank. Right now he is recovering at Fraser Rehab. George Timmering, who owns several Beer Nose restaurants, said the support from the community has gone beyond customers buying pizza.
I got some cash in my pocket and other things that we're going to be given to the foundation, and so yeah, and that'll happen. All locations will be people that not only will be supporting through buying Beer Nose today, but they'll be offering additional monies, and we always collect those and add those. It's a very generous community, and we're proud to be a part of it.
And again, this all happened last night. Timmering says all 13 locations were packed for the dinner rush, each one donating 20% of its sales, and he did expect this to be one of the largest fundraisers for the restaurant chain.